And I remember when Zelda and I would go to see grandmother Gobble, we would leave home a-crying because we were leaving our mother. And then when we left grandma, we would cry because we were leaving her. And then how well I remember going to school there in my community and having girlfriends, and when we would play ball at the noon hour, the boys that had graduated from that school just went through the syllabus. They would come out there and play ball an hour at the noon hour. And those big boys had me sort of thought, when I would knock a ball and run, they'd say, "Go, store dog, go, store dog." Boy, that really did flatter me of being called store dog. I wanted my mother to go with me to Walden's Creek Methodist Church on Sunday morning to church services. And that was where I met my husband. So he asked to bring me home and walk me home across the mountain now, my mother and myself, and asked to marry me the first time he saw me. And I thought, well, if he don't have any more sense than to ask me to marry, and I'll just say yes. So we did, we married. So then we had the 8 children, and we're real happy with them. Our oldest daughter went off to college when she was barely 16, and that really hurt me to see her go from Jonesboro to Carson Union College at 16 years old. And I just cried and cried and cried. And then my younger daughter Lois was just a year old then, and I can see Lois yet standing in the driveway, looking south, hollering at Audrey. And that I hadn't gotten over Audrey leaving yet. And that really, sometimes I feel that sadness yet. So Audrey met her husband there, Max Schultz, and she called me sometime later and said, "Guess what I got for Easter?" And I said, "Oh, a necklace." I didn't want to guess a ring. She said, "No, a ring." And I said, "Well, you be sure you give that back to him. Don't you take that ring." So no, that didn't do any good. So they went ahead and married, and they felt the call of the Lord leading them to be a foreign missionary. And so they had 6 children and went to Brazil when they were real young, and spent about 34 years there in Brazil.